Welcome to this video where me, being a Chennai mom, will walk you through what I have learned by speaking to various play schools and their spokes or people in charge, and how you can make a decision. So I stay in central Chennai, and these were some of the play school options for me. Yes, I know it's a little early, but I thought that it's best to discipline the child early on. Obviously, parents can make their choices whether they'd like to admit them at 1.5 or 2.5. But the earlier you admit, the more disciplined the child is, and it's a lot more easier to inculcate some good habits. Of course, it varies from child to child, and if your child is very obedient, then you can delay it. Now let's come to the first option. LMNOP is a very premium position play school in Nungambakkam. Um, so they focus on learning through play, and I have visited the campus there. So it's a small school. I think in Nungambakkam they have an outdoor play area, and then they have an indoor classrooms. All the classrooms are air conditioned, and I know that can be like a blessing for some, but it could be very hindering to your child if your child is not okay with AC. So what I mean is, in Chennai the weather is so humid, and generally the pickup and drop times are like peak summer, and 9:30 in the morning is still fine, but when you go pick up the child it's really hot, so that weather change can result in some cold. So just be a little cautious about that. Here the timings are regular 9:30 12:30. I think they begin with 1 hour 2 hour sessions where the moms will wait outside, they'll see how the child is behaving, and then they'll progress. The classes for 1.5 years plus, this time the batch starts on June 9th. And yes, the fees. This is the most expensive one, at least from the list that I have here, and it's quite shocking, I know, but I guess um, it's positioned that way and it's in a premium area and locality, and perhaps the reasoning for the prices. But the good thing about LMNOP is I have my elder one studied there for 1 term, so they have a app that they give access to every parent, and in that app you can actually see what your child has done that day and how much they've eaten or not eaten. So the photographs of your tiffin would also be there. So in that ways it's really technologically advanced, they keep the parents informed. um, yeah, and I think the pedagogy method of teaching is really nice, and everything is really premium. I think the kind of toys, the quality of the material, and perhaps that's the reason for the pricing. Now moving on to a little more. So this is a play school in Kilpock, and this one's the rest of the terms my elder one studied here, and they have a swimming pool also inside, which is a small splash pool, but it's really it's a very attractive thing for the kids, and some kids that really love water, they enjoy their time there. The good thing about Littlemore is that one, it follows Montessori method along with the regular kindergarten method of teaching. So it's a combination of both. They try to make your child independent. It's in a bungalow. I think there are 2 floors. So the younger ones go on the below and the elder ones go on top. They have a big ball pit. Also, the campus is quite big. The classrooms are very airy, well ventilated, and they really take care of hygiene, which I think they also wash the toys and they put it all on sun dry the next day. So in terms of hygiene and taking care of the kids, no complaints. The only con about Littlemore was that if you're a working parent, I think every week they have a project or an activity, and it can get really taxing, and every other parent will put in a lot of effort, and then if you don't put in, I think it can sort of overwhelm you. But otherwise the management is top notch, the teachers are top notch, and the fees is, I think, slightly on the pricier side. But I think for the kind of facilities that they have, and for the splash pool, the ball pit, all the play area, the kind of big campus and airy when ventilated, the kind of care they take, I think it's pretty much worth it. Now coming to some of these other options, which is Nirthya Priya, is a daycare and a play school center in Ananagar W block. This one I think the concept is quite novel in the sense that you just have to pay monthly, apart from the admission fees that you pay one time. I think the monthly fee is 3,500 for school, and for a full day daycare is 5,000. I have not visited, which I'm yet to. So, comment below if you'd like a video on that as well. This is something that I feel is extremely cost effective, and from the pictures, it looks like it's very well maintained as well. So this could be helpful if you want to just try out if your child is ready, right? So there's no harm in giving 1 month fees and then trying that out. And then comes Euro Kids. Now, this is something which I found very strange, that every franchisee center is charging their own fees. In fact, Eurokids Purushwakam, I think they refuse to share their fees details, saying that she has to calculate them yet. The other strange thing is that they have started batches from January for 1.5-year-olds, and then they're having one more intake in April. But I think their maximum intake happens in the October month, which is where the festival of Vijay Dashmi is there. So everybody thinks that that's an auspicious day to start education, which from October to March, that batch is extremely full. You can see the different timings, and it'll be increased by an hour or half an hour when the child moves to 2 years plus. And look at the fees difference, right? Like, perhaps it's got to do with the facilities and the teacher student ratio. So I do have information about the teacher student ratio as well. I think for every Euro kid also it's different. Like in Purushwakam it was 6 for 1 plus 2 support staff, and then in Egmore it was 12 for 1 with 1 support staff. In Yananagar it's 15 for 1 with 1 support staff, and other places also around 10 to 12 with 1 support staff and 1 teacher. So I hope this information is useful for you. Let me know in the comments, and I will do a part 2 letting you know which one did I go ahead and choose. Thanks.